Hello, welcome to Switched On, Paul speaking, and today having a look at a game that came out on Friday and doing a quick what is on Ni No Kuni, The Wrath of the White Witch, which comes from Level 5 Games and is an absolutely stunning JRPG. It's a port from the PS3. They've actually remastered the game on PS4 and PC, I believe. Don't think it's on Xbox. But this isn't the remaster that those versions got. This is just a straight port of the PS3 version. I'm a little way into the game at the moment, so I thought it'd be more interesting to show you some footage from a way into the game rather than sort of go through all the stocks. It's a little bit slow to get going with the story set up, and I don't want to spoil too much. And one of the best characters in the game doesn't unlock for a little while. This little fella down here called Mr. Drippy. No idea why he's called Mr. Drippy. I don't know if you get a reason for it later on, but he's like a little doll brought to life, a little cuddly toy brought to life, and he's got a hilarious Welsh accent and sense of humour. So really good, funny writing. One of the first things you'll probably note is that the stunning look of the game. It's quite famously used artwork from Studio Ghibli, who create a lot of anime films and cartoons. So they've lent their hand here, and it looks absolutely stunning. To the point where I actually, as an aside, got a PS4 again yesterday and saw the remaster was out on there. And I was thinking, what on earth could they have done to the graphics to make them even better than they are? But there you go. Apparently it's remastered with better graphics. So it looks absolutely stunning on the Switch. Runs really well. I've had no problems. I was a little bit worried because if you've watched any reviews of this game, you may have seen one review in particular sort of pulled it to pieces, saying that the performance was poor, and he showed examples of stuttering cutscenes. Yeah, actually showed examples of those cutscenes as well in his review, marked it down accordingly for that. But I've passed the points in the review that he showed and had no problems at all. So whether it's really intermittent or he's just had a bad install on sort of some dodgy internal memory or an SD card or something, I don't know, but there you go. For me, I've had no problems, and it's absolutely stunning. Runs brilliantly. Music is amazing, like an orchestral score. Let's just see if we've got a little cutscene here.
Mr. Drippy, wait for me.
Who goes there?
I'll just leave this running in case we can get some
Jeepers.
Mr. Drippy.
Meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it, did you bark ship?
Well, well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah. Clean forgot I did. He's right, Dolly boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. Here in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only going to get bigger and meaner. So, you're going to need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
So sometimes after we have a cutscene, it just switches to text-based stuff, which is fine. So there's no voiceover for some parts. But I think Mr. Drippy is just hilarious. Some of his writing and the way he says stuff, really sort of a mean Welsh person. I don't know what it is with JRPGs and the Welsh language, but obviously Xenoblades, it's got some Welsh characters. The new Dragon Quest has got it's picked like southwest England as an accent, like Cornwall. So it's quite an odd accent to pick as well. I don't know why they pick these strange accents. Just waiting for the next big JRPG to feature Geordies and Scousers. So you're basically given this magic book near the start of the game, and it holds like spells and different bits of information in. So they've just added a new page now about familiars that you can use in battles. We'll try and get to a battle. We hopefully switch back to the overworld map pretty soon, and I'll try and seek out some battles so you can see how that works. It's like an action-based battle system, but also with sort of time-based mechanics, so it's quite interesting. So I've been asked to cast Form Familiar. But you can see the graphics here are stunning. These just aren't cutscenes. This is how the graphics are in the game. Amazing. Such a great JRPG too. It really is a classic.
The fighting spirit inside you made flesh, a soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
I imagine we will get to some battles soon because now they've introduced the familiar. I imagine they'll be wanting to pretty quickly introduce the mechanics into battle. So give him a name. We'll leave it with Mighty. That sounds fine. So we're getting some spells, some extra spells. Healing spell now. So a little tip there saying that plant-based enemies hate fireballs. So we're getting the fireball spell. So that'll be strong against those sort of enemies. Aha, so this looks like a beastie.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
Ooh, teeny boppers.
Come on!
So this is how we learn to fight with familiars. Bit Pokemon-esque, isn't it? So yeah, very much like Pokemon, with different types being stronger against other types of enemies. So very self-aware that there's a lot of tutorials in the game, so he's going to stop talking before he sends everyone to sleep. So it's time to fight with our familiar. Set him on a basic attack. They've also got that magic spell, Cut Loose, that I just described about, which uses a bit of MP, but cuts all over the place. So we get rid of one of the teeny boppers and switch to basic attack. Now, as I said, there, this little familiar's losing stamina all the time. That's good. You only get a certain amount of time to use him. But as you can see there, I was like kind of moving him around freely. Let's switch over to Ollie and let him finish this little dude off. So you can move around, attack whatever from the menu, but you've got that sort of timer counter down in the left corner. So you can't attack again until that timer's reset. So it's kind of on a cooldown. So these battles are obviously quite easy. Bit of leveling up. So it's really good. You can swap between familiars. I believe you get more in the game as well, so you can have a party in the end and swap between them as you need to, or fight as Ollie himself. Meant to say, I don't think I mentioned that Ollie's the name of the main character there, if you haven't gathered that by now. So yeah, again, very Pokemon-esque. You keep your creatures in an area and can feed them to sort of level them up, give them extra powers and stuff. So for those of you that like Pokemon, this may well appeal with that mechanic. So bear that in mind if you're thinking of getting this one. It's just a shame it released on the same day as Zelda, because this, just think with the day it released and the price of it, I just think it's going to get lost in the shuffle big time. And it's such a good game. I played it quite a lot on the PS3 back in the day. Right, so we skip forward a little bit more dialogue. So we've now been tasked to get further into the forest that we're in at the moment. This still isn't the overworld, obviously. Switch to like a third person. Now you can press the R button to get an overview map. We need to head towards the stars on the map, so we've got one quite a way down now to get to. So we've got to head off in that direction. So we've got a couple of things to do up ahead. Controls really simple, typical sort of a third person game. Left stick moves, right stick moves the camera. You can only move the camera in certain situations as well, so in these sort of third party worlds. So here's a hidden treasure. I'll have some of that. Loaf of bread in a treasure chest in the middle of a forest. Whatever next? A dark and foreboding cave should be fine. Let's have a little wander. But yeah, let's talk about the price of this game. It's I think it's £50 and $60. I think so. It's real premium price, which some people weren't too impressed with. It's also interesting the file size as well. The original game on the PS3 was, I think, around about 25-30 gig in total, and it's just over 6 on the Switch. So another interesting thing there, and may have been one of the causes of the problem that the other guy in the review had. He sort of surmised that it could be a bad compression, but again, just to clarify, I've had no problems. There's Brave, you are. So we sort of come into an area here full of monsters. but it is literally just like playing a cartoon. And as I say, the music, absolutely amazing. So that's just a quick look at Ni No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. We're at a saving post now, so we're going to stick a save on that and come back to it another time. Again, probably won't be reviewing this one because it's huge and there's so many games out at the moment. Makes it impossible to review them all, but I really want to showcase some of these games that I pick up so they don't get forgotten. So this one in particular, if you really like JRPGs, please don't miss out on this game. Even if you stick it on your wish list for another day, just keep it in mind because it's such a good game. Go check out some reviews of the PS3 version from back in the day. There's some reviews popping up with the Switch version now, but obviously this week people have been focusing more on Zelda or Grid like I did all week. But yeah, Ni No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. That was just a quick look at it. Got any questions or any comments, please leave them below. And as always, please like and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.